Hi friends, welcome back in this fluid mechanics lecture. So, yes, anyone want to say something? Just before few minutes, we have seen one derivation, one law, that is Pascal's law. Here we have seen the statement of the Pascal's law and derivation of the Pascal's law also we have seen. Now we are going to see the next law, that is called as the hydrostatic law, and the statement and derivation of it is going to be we are going to see. So what is hydrostatic law? This law says that the pressure at any point in a fluid at rest is obtained by the hydrostatic law, which states that the rate of increase of pressure in a vertical downward direction must be equal to the specific weight of the fluid at that point. Okay. So where this law is used, this law is used to find out the pressure at any point in the fluid at rest. Okay, let us say this is the depth of water, and this depth of water, in this water depth, the pressure intensity is not same everywhere. Means whatever the pressure intensity here will be different than pressure intensity at this point, will be different than the pressure intensity at this point, and will be different than the pressure intensity at this point. So this law is helpful for finding the pressure intensity at any point in a fluid depth. Okay, let us P1 is the pressure intensity here, P2 here, P3 and P4. So we can find out the pressure intensity at any depth. We can find out this P1, P2, P3, P4 values by using this hydrostatic law. What this law says? This law says that the rate of increase of pressure in vertical downward direction. So it says that the pressure intensity, it go on increasing, okay, from the in vertical downward direction. या सरफेस पासून जसं आपण खाली जाईल तशी प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटीची जी व्हॅल्यू आहे ती व्हॅल्यू त्या ठिकाणी वाढत जाते. And if we try to plot the graph for this pressure intensity, initially pressure intensity at the surface, it will be 0. Again, it will have some value. Okay. Then at this particular depth, it will be somewhat more. At this depth, it will increase. So these arrows and the length of arrow, it indicates the magnitude of the pressure intensity. So at this depth, it will again increase. At this depth, again, it will increase. And at last, it will be the maximum pressure intensity. So if we plot this, draw these lines here, we will get a pressure diagram like this. Okay, we call it as a pressure diagram, pressure distribution diagram. Pressure distribution diagram in a static fluid. So this law, what it says, the rate of increase of pressure, this rate of increase of pressure in a vertical downward direction, it must be equal to the specific weight of the fluid at that point. Okay, so it must be equal to what? It must be equal to the specific weight. What is specific weight? That is gamma L. Okay, or weight density. It must be equal to the weight density of the fluid at that point. Gamma L or small w, that notation can be used. Or here we can write, instead of this, we can write here as a weight density. Weight density. Instead of gamma, you can write rho g also. It must be equal to this value, rho into g. So here we are going to derive this expression. What expression? dP upon dz is equal to rho z. Okay, this expression we are going to derive in this particular law. dP in divided by dz. What is dz? Dz is nothing but it is the depth. This depth is the change in depth Okay, Z is nothing but change in depth. dP upon dz is nothing but it is increase in pressure intensity, the rate of increase of pressure in vertical downward direction. Okay, so Z is nothing but it is vertical distance. The rate of change of pressure with respect to Z, it must be equal to rho z or gamma. Okay, so this we are going to derive. After simplification, we can write this as this part as a dP is equal to gamma into dz. I have taken this dz on this RHS, and after doing integrating this equation, we will get P is equal to gamma into Z. Okay. Sometimes some authors use, instead of this Z, they use the notation H. Okay. H पर notation वापरला जातो. So here we can write this as a P is equal to gamma H also. P is equal to gamma H. Or instead of gamma, we can write here P is equal to, what we can write instead of this gamma? We can write rho z and this is H. So this pressure intensity, it can be mathematically written like this. P is equal to rho g H. Okay, pressure intensity is equal to gamma H. Pressure intensity equal to gamma Z. These are alternate words that can be used. And if I take this gamma on LHS side, हा जो gamma आहे, परत मी जर ह्या LHS ला घेतला, तर what I can get? Z is equal to P upon gamma or P upon rho z, right? Or H is equal to P upon rho z. I will get. And what is this P upon rho z or H? This is called as the pressure head. त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो? प्रेशर हेड म्हणतो आपण त्याला. जे आपण मागच्या प्रॅक्टिकल मध्ये ज्याच्या जस्ट रिसेंटली आपण एक प्रॅक्टिकल केलेला आहे, व्हेरिफिकेशन ऑफ बर्नॉलिस थेरम, त्या ठिकाणी आपण जो प्रेशर हेड जो आपण टायटल हे केलेलं आहे, हेड आपण वापरलेला आहे, दॅट प्रेशर हेड इज नथिंग बट दिस सेम हेड. आणि त्या ठिकाणी काय मेजर केलं आपण त्या पिझोमेट्रिक ट्यूब मध्ये? राइज इन वॉटर लेवल मेजर केली, राइट? दॅट वॉज द एच. द सेम एच इज हियर. ओके, द सेम एच वी हॅव मेजर्ड, दॅट इज रिप्रेझेंटेड बाय पी अपॉन रो जी. and that बर्नॉलिस थेरमच्या इक्वेशन जे आहे, बर्नॉलिस इक्वेशन, त्याच्यामध्ये पहिला जो पार्ट आहे पी अपॉन रो जी इज देअर, पी अपॉन रो जी प्लस व्ही स्क्वेअर अपॉन 2g प्लस z इज इक्वल टू कॉन्स्टंट, राइट? So this P upon rho g is nothing but this is pressure head, or it can be represented by letter H. So these things you should be able to correlate with each other. Now let us derive the expression for this hydrostatic law. To derive this expression, again here we have taken the fluid at rest, and there is one small element, object is there, rectangular in shape, or we can say it is a parallel piped in shape. Okay, अशा टाइपचा एक आपण ऑब्जेक्ट या ठिकाणी घेतलेला आहे. It has the dimensions. Okay, the cross section area here in the top मध्ये जो आपण बघितला तर त्याचा जो cross section area जो आहे, it is represented by letter dA. Then the height of this fluid element, it is represented by letter dz. Okay, these are the corners of this object A, B, C, D. Okay, and let me know from your side that pressure intensity acting at this particular face, whether it will be equal to the pressure intensity acting at this face, or it will be different. So you may get confused in two laws. According to Pascal's law, there we are saying that the pressure intensity in all direction is same, right? And here if you observe here, the pressure intensity is different at this point and it will be different at this point. Okay, but the thing is the difference here is that in Pascal's law we are talking about a single point. Okay, or very small elemental object, very small object, we are talking about that. So there will not be much difference in the pressure. Okay, pressure मध्ये काय difference नसेल, which is acting in all direction. But when the object has sufficient larger size, then here like this, it will have some height. So this height is represented here by letter dz. Then definitely the pressure intensity will be different at which is acting in this direction than the pressure intensity acting in this direction. Both pressure intensities will be different. Okay, according to this hydrostatic law, the pressure intensity at this level, which is somewhat having lesser depth, it will be smaller than the pressure intensity acting at this particular phase. Okay, by how much amount it is greater, so that will be we can find out with the help of the rate of change of pressure, that point. Okay, so let us consider here small fluid element as shown in figure. Let D is the cross section area of the fluid element, dz is the height of the fluid element, P is the pressure on the face AB, and Z is the distance of the fluid element from the free surface. So this Z is nothing but it is the distance of the free surface from the distance of this face from the free surface, and dz is nothing but it is the length or height of this fluid element. Okay. Now let us derive this equation here. First of all, we are going to do, as we have done in the previous case, similar thing we have to do here. We have to consider the forces acting on that fluid element. Okay, here only two forces we are considering, because if we consider the four forces, there can be, we can consider the four phase, and four forces can be considered here. The two forces just now we have discussed. One force is acting in downward direction and another force is acting in upward direction. There will be the force, hydrostatic force, acting in this direction as well as this direction. But as these two forces, if you see here, these are at the same depth, दोन्हीची depth same है. Therefore, the magnitude of this pressure will be same. दोन्हीची magnitude same असेल, and as they are acting in opposite direction, so they are going to cancel each other, so their resultant force will have the magnitude 0. So it is not necessary to consider these two forces which are acting on this face AD and one force acting on face BC. Okay, but here we have to consider these two forces which are acting in opposite direction but having different magnitude. So we are going to resolve these two forces, take the help of these forces to find out the expression for this law. Pressure force on AB is equal to P into dA. Okay, या ठिकाणी pressure force. Now Px is nothing but it is the this P is nothing but it is the pressure intensity, right? Pressure intensity is nothing but it is pressure force per unit area, right? So pressure force will be equal to pressure intensity multiplied by cross-sectional area. Now pressure intensity acting on this surface, and here we have written the surface of having the value as a dA. dA is the surface area, right? So how much will be the pressure force? Pressure force will be equal to pressure intensity multiplied by cross-section area, that is dA. So this force is acting on this surface. Now next thing, what is the force acting here in upward direction? Pressure force on CD, here on CD, is equal to P plus del P upon del Z into dZ into dA. Now how it has come, for that I have to explain this thing to you. See, pressure intensity, it is going on increasing in downward direction, and it is increasing with a rate, small incremental rate, which is represented by partial derivative dp upon del P upon del Z. Okay, this is the partial derivation, partial differentiation. Very small increase it will happen with small decrease. Okay, जर जेवढा पण छोटं खाली त्या ठिकाणी डेप्थला जाईल तेवढं small increment in the pressure intensity is going to happen. With small again change in the del Z. Del Z means very small increase in the depth. There will be a small increase in the pressure intensity. So which is represented by this expression del P upon del Z is the ratio, or it is the rate of change of or increase of pressure with respect to depth. Okay. Now when I go initially at this particular height, the pressure force, what was the pressure force? Just we have derived, that is P into dA. This was the pressure force. This was the pressure force at this particular surface, and at the surface what will be the pressure force? This pressure force, pressure intensity plus this much. Okay, याच्यामुळे त्या ठिकाणी वाढलेला जो प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी आहे, that pressure intensity I have to consider. Okay, या ठिकाणी ऍक्ट होणारी प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी आहे P. Now here increase in pressure intensity will be there. By how much amount that pressure intensity will increase? So this pressure intensity P plus, okay, हे तर ऑलरेडी या ठिकाणी आहे, प्लस ह्याच्यामध्ये किती वाढ होईल तेवढी आपल्याला या ठिकाणी ऍडिशनल प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी आपल्याला हे करावं लागेल, बरोबर आहे. सो जर डेल झेड या स्मॉल हाईट साठी जर इन्क्रीमेंट होत असेल डेल पी, ओके, तर डी झेड ह्या डेप्थ साठी, डी झेड म्हणजे आता काय, इट इज द हाईट ऑफ दिस एलिमेंट, तर ह्या डी झेड हाईट साठी त्या ठिकाणी किती प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी इन्क्रीज होईल, तरी आपण याचं जे गुणोत्तर आहे हे आपण या ठिकाणी घेऊ शकतो. डुईंग द क्रॉस मल्टिप्लिकेशन हिअर, del z into x is equal to del p into dz. Okay, when I will take this del z on this side, it will become it will go in the denominator, and I will get here x is equal to del p upon del z into dz. So जर एवढ्या स्मॉल डेप्थ साठी इन्क्रीमेंट एवढी होत असेल, तर डेल झेड एवढी डेप्थ जाण्यासाठी किती इन्क्रीमेंट होईल, कारण डेल झेड का डी झेड का घेतो आपण, कारण ह्याची हाईट आहे डी झेड, आणि या ठिकाणी आपल्याला किती प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी वाढली ते आपल्याला पाहिजे, तर किती इन्क्रीमेंट व्हायला लागली त्या ठिकाणी, दिस मच प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी इट हॅज बीन इन्क्रीज. सो देन व्हॉट वी हॅव टू डू, वी हॅव टू ऍड दिस इन्क्रीमेंट इन दिस पी, कारण ओरिजिनली या ठिकाणी प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी पी, आणि हे एवढ्या डेप्थ गेल्यानंतर प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी किती वाढली, del p upon del z into dz, एवढी प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी वाढली. Therefore the pressure intensity acting at this particular surface upward direction, it will be equal to p plus del p upon del z into dz. Okay, या ठिकाणी डेल्टा वापरलाय, डेल्टा वापरा किंवा डी वापरा. So this much will be the pressure intensity. This pressure intensity multiplied by area, एरिया तर सेमच आहे ऑब्जेक्टचा, कारण पण तेवढाच डी ए तेवढाच एरिया त्या ठिकाणी ऍक्ट होतोय. दिस प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी मल्टिप्लाइड बाय दिस एरिया, यू विल गेट दिस प्रेशर फोर्स. सो वरून खाली ऍक्ट होणारा प्रेशर फोर्स आहे पी इंटू डी ए, आणि खालून वरती ऍक्ट होणारा प्रेशर फोर्स आहे दिस मच. आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट एव्हरीवन? इज देयर एनी डाऊट? हे दोन प्रेशर फोर्स हे त्या ठिकाणी ऍक्ट होत आहेत, एक वरून खाली आणि एक खालून वरती, ठीक आहे, आणि स्वतःचं सेल्फ वेट हे त्या ठिकाणी ऍक्ट होतं. जसं आपण मागच्या केसमध्ये आपण सेल्फ वेट ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट घेतलं होतं. सिमिलरली द वेट ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट, दॅट फोर्स ऑल्सो वी हॅव टू कन्सिडर वेट डेन्सिटी. ओके, वेट ऑफ द फ्लुइड एलिमेंट. सो व्हॉट इज द वेट ऑफ द फ्लुइड एलिमेंट? That weight density is equal to, it is weight of the fluid element divided by volume of the fluid element. Therefore weight of the fluid element is equal to weight density multiplied by volume of the fluid element, right? Now here what is the weight? W is equal to, what we can write here, this weight density into del dA into dz. What is dA? dA is the surface area of that fluid element, जे आपण वरून आपण या ठिकाणी दाखवलं होता, that is dA. And what is dz? dz is nothing but it is the height dz. If you multiply this area, surface area multiplied by this height, is nothing but it is volume, right? So gamma into dA dz is nothing but it is the weight of that fluid element. तो जो फ्लुइड एलिमेंट आहे रेक्टँग्युलर और पॅरलल पाइप शेप मध्ये, त्या फ्लुइड एलिमेंटचा वेट डेन्सिटी इट कॅन बी रिप्रेझेंटेड लाईक दिस, gamma into dA into dz. ओके, इथपर्यंत काही डाऊट आहे कोणाला? Then next force, just we have discussed about this. Pressure force on the surface BC and AD are equal and opposite, so that that both forces can be neglected. This AD आणि BC या दोन्हीवरती ऍक्ट होणारा हॉरिझॉन्टल डायरेक्शन मध्ये ऍक्ट होणारा जो फोर्सेस आहेत ते कसे आहेत, इक्वल अँड अपोजिट आहेत, सो दॅट नॉट नेसेसरी टू टेक देम. Now for equilibrium of the fluid element, we have what we have, summation of the all horizontal forces equal to 0 or summation of all the vertical forces is equal to 0. Now या ठिकाणी horizontal forces नाही आहेत, फक्त vertical forces आहेत. So here we will consider only that condition that summation of all the vertical forces will be equal to 0, or we can write here summation of Fy is equal to 0 in equilibrium condition, right? What are the vertical forces acting there? Now in this particular derivation, whatever the vertical forces acting in downward direction, they have taken as a positive, and the forces acting in upward direction, they have taken as negative. So it is not compulsory that you should take like this sign convention. You can take vertical force acting in upward direction as a positive, and acting in downward direction, you can take negative. Okay, so you can take any thing here as you as it is convenient to you. So the first force which is acting on this upper face, याच्यावर act होणारा जो pressure force होता, which was P into dA, which is acting in downward direction. So they have taken here positive. Second force, which is nothing but that we have seen P plus del P upon del Z into dZ into whole bracket into dA. So this was the force, right? Which is acting in upward direction, as it is upward direction, so we have taken it negative. Self weight of the object, which is represented, we have written here, which is acting in downward direction, again it will be taken as positive. Okay, sign convention, we have to maintain uniformity. Equate it equal to 0. After that, separate this bracket, multiply this P with this dA and this thing with dA. So we will get here PdA minus del P upon del Z into dZ dA. Okay, this one plus gamma into dA dZ. Now this PdA will get cancelled, and we will get this much part. Okay, take this thing on RHS, equate it. Okay, here dz is common, dz is common, both will get cancelled, and you will get the expression as del P upon del Z is equal to gamma. Okay, so we will get, and this is the final expression that is required. Okay, and last thing is take this del Z on right hand side. Okay, and do the integration of this, you will get P is equal to gamma into Z. Okay, or rho z z is equal to rho z. So this is nothing but it is the derivation or final expression for the Pascal's law. Okay, P is equal to gamma z. After integration this equation, we will get P is equal to rho z. And if you take this gamma on the LHS, then you will get Z is equal to P upon gamma or P upon rho z, and this is nothing but it is called like the pressure head. Okay, so this is the derivation. Is there any doubt in understanding this derivation part? You just remember these formulas. In the previous law, Pascal's law, have you written this derivation, this particular expression? Note it down, write on the title Pascal's law, and write down this final expression Px is equal to Py equal to Pz, and draw this diagram. In Pascal's law, you might have left some space there. Draw this diagram. Is it over? Write down this expression Px is equal to Py equal to Pz. Then you might have written this title hydrostatic law. Below that, we write down the statement states that from here to here, after writing this statement, write down this expression del P upon del Z is equal to gamma. Then write down this part. Write give the equation number something 1 or 2, and then you can write here by integrating the above equation. For liquids, we get del P integration of dp equal to integration of gamma z. P is equal to gamma z, or P is equal to rho z z. Then you can write Z is equal to P upon gamma or P upon rho z. And at last, you write down Z is here. Z is called as a pressure head. Here, Z is called pressure head. Is it over? So now here we are going to see the next point, which is important from uh, problem point of view. Okay, numericals point of view. This is important. So we will take this point and then we will solve some simple numericals or problems based upon the theory part, whatever we have studied till this. Okay. Write down the title: Conversion of pressure head of one liquid into the pressure head of another liquid. Conversion of pressure head of one liquid into the pressure head of another liquid. Draw these diagrams. There are two separate different containers here. Let us call this container number 1 and this is a container number 2. These both containers are filled with two different liquids. Let's say water here and mercury here. Okay. Suppose this is a bottle, and if I fill this bottle with water, then it will weigh some. It will have some weight. Okay. Suppose this is a 1 liter bottle, then its weight will be 1 kg. Okay. But when I will fill this bottle with mercury, then it will have the weight of 13.6 kg. Okay. Why it happens like this? Why it will have mercury will have the more weight? The same thing happens to the pressure intensity also. The pressure intensity will be more for the at the bottom of the bottle. The pressure intensity will be maximum and it will be more as compared to that of the water. Okay. Pressure intensity will at the start of the bottle to be very less. If it is open, then it will be very less. Then it will go on increasing in downward direction. Okay. And if I want the pressure intensity at the bottom of the two container, same pressure intensity at the bottom of these two containers, in which one of the this container number 1 it has water and container number 2 it has mercury, and I want the same pressure intensity at the bottom of this container, then let me know from your side the depth of water and the depth of mercury, whether it will be same or it will be different. Required depth. Yes, anyone? कोण सांगेल? येस, झोपले काय सगळे? रोल नंबर 1 अंबोरे स्नेहल. आर यू देअर?
Yes, sir.
मी प्रश्न विचारला समजला का तुम्हाला?
नाही सर समजलं.
सी, हे दोन कंटेनर या ठिकाणी दाखवलेत आपण डायग्राम मध्ये. कंटेनर नंबर 1 आणि या आहे कंटेनर नंबर 2. ऑल द स्टुडंट्स ज्यांना प्रश्न समजण्यासाठी लक्ष देऊ नये का, कारण मी प्रश्न विचारणार आहे तुम्हाला परत त्याच्यावरती. कंटेनर नंबर आणि 1 आणि 2 असे दोन कंटेनर आहेत. एकामध्ये पाणी भरलेलं आहे, एकामध्ये मर्क्युरी भरलेला आहे. जर मला या ठिकाणी याच्या बॉटमला सेम प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी पाहिजे असेल, दॅट इज P1 इक्वल टू P2, या ठिकाणची प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी आहे P2, तर मला पाण्याची लेवल आणि मर्क्युरीची लेवल सेम ठेवावी लागेल का वेगळी ठेवावी लागेल?
सेम.
सेम ठेवावी लागेल. जर मी मर्क्युरीची लेवल आणि पाण्याची लेवल सेम ठेवली कंटेनर मध्ये, मी आता जस्ट काही मिनिटापूर्वी तुम्हाला एक्झाम्पल दिलं तर वॉटर बॉटल या ठिकाणी भरलेली आहे. व्हॉट इज द स्पेसिफिक ग्रॅव्हिटी ऑफ वॉटर अँड व्हॉट इज स्पेसिफिक ग्रॅव्हिटी ऑफ मर्क्युरी? यस स्नेहल.
सर आणखी एकदा रिपीट करता का?
अरे, मर्क्युरीची स्पेसिफिक ग्रॅव्हिटी किती आहे आणि वॉटरची स्पेसिफिक ग्रॅव्हिटी किती आहे? माहित नाही?
वॉटरची 1 आहे, मर्क्युरीची 13.6 आहे.
पूजा, मी हिला विचारलं होतं, स्नेहलला विचारलं होतं. स्नेहल प्लीज गिव्ह युअर आन्सर. Don't you know, Snehal?
Yes, sir.
Don't you know the specific gravity of water and mercury?
Specific gravity equal to 1 असते वॉटरची.
Mercury?
मर्क्युरीची नाही माहित.
माहित नाही. आता सांगितलं नाही काय की त्यांनी?
सर थोडा नेटवर्क इश्यू आहे त्यामुळे.
ठीक आहे, पण याच्या अगोदर आपण बऱ्याचदा रिपीट केले ना. अभ्यास करताय का नाही घरी काय? दिस इज फॉर ऑल द स्टुडंट्स, नॉट फॉर द जस्ट स्नेहल.
13.6 kg.
केजी. रोल नंबर 3 सायली.
Yes, sir.
Does specific gravity have unit? Is there a unit to specific gravity?
No, sir.
What is the unit? Saili,
Yes, sir.
what is the unit of specific gravity? Is it
kg per
kg per
meter.
kg per meter?
No, sir. Liter.
Kg per liter. Okay. See what kind of study you are doing at home. स्टडीचं जाऊ द्या, कमीत कमी ऍटलिस्ट तुम्ही लेक्चर जर व्यवस्थित अटेंड केले तरी तुम्हाला प्रॉब्लेम नाही येणार. तर तुम्ही लेक्चर पण अटेंड करत नाही व्यवस्थित. जस्ट नाव आय हॅव टोल्ड व्हॉट एव्हर द थिंग्स आय एम आस्किंग टेलिंग हिअर. त्याच्यापैकी तुम्हाला विचारलं तर ते सांगता येत नाही तुम्ही, म्हणजे तुमचं लक्ष किती आहे लेक्चर अटेंड करण्यामध्ये. येस. some are saying that network issues at home. पण हे प्रत्येक वेळेस एक्सक्यूज असू शकत नाही ना नेटवर्कचा. मग नेटवर्क इश्यू जर असेल त्यावेळेस तर मग तुम्ही नंतर व्हिडिओ पाहिलेत का जाऊन युट्यूब वरती? तुमच्या टीचिंग डायरीमध्ये सगळ्या लिंक टाकलेल्या आहेत, आपण अपलोड करतो त्यावेळेस. एखादा जर तुम्हाला पॉईंट समज नसेल, बॅटरी संपली असेल किंवा तुमचं नेटवर्क इश्यू असेल, how many of you have gone there and seen that saw that videos? So that sincerity should be there ना. जर ते असेल तरच आपण ते बघणार, किंवा तो सिरियसनेस आपल्याकडे पाहिजे. तो नसेल तर मग कशाला बघतो आपण जाऊन त्या गोष्टी. Okay, this is not for the 1 or 2 students, it is for all the students here who are there attending the lectures. त्याला प्रत्येकाला जर इंडिव्हिज्युअली मी विचारलं तर बरेच विद्यार्थ्यांना सांगता येणार आहे. आय नो दॅट. You don't remember the basic things, then it is very difficult to pass in this subject. जे झालेल्या आतापर्यंत बेसिक गोष्टी ज्या आहेत त्या जर तुम्हाला येत नसतील ना, तुम्ही जर ठरवलंच असेल की अभ्यासच करायचा नाहीये, इट इज क्वाइट डिफिकल्ट. Some of the students are there who are doing sincerely, they are working, they are giving the answers to the questions, they are solving the problems during the lectures, they are doing sincerely some work. So here also now 2 students, Reshma and Saili, they have put their answer. Saili, earlier you were telling that unit was kg per liter. How it has come, from where it has got the unit? But we have corrected yourself and told that there is a no unit. Okay, there might be some confusion in the terms, so we have to attend, listen it carefully, na questions, whatever the questions I am asking. So at random I will definitely going to ask the questions to anyone. Okay, and at that time only I will get some idea about your preparation, your seriousness about the subject and about your study, right? लगेच त्याच इन्स्टंटला मला तो त्या ठिकाणी लक्षात येतं की तुम्ही किती अभ्यास करताय किंवा किती सिरियसली लेक्चर अटेंड करताय. ठीक आहे. So here another student I want here. Let us I will ask to the Saili. Saili has told that there is a no unit to the specific gravity. That is correct. Now tell me, Saili, if I take, okay, these are the 2 containers and these 2 containers are filled with the same level of level. Okay, one container is filled with water and another filled with the mercury. Now tell me whether there will be same pressure intensity at the bottom of this 2 container or it will be different. Pressure intensity here P1 and pressure intensity is P2. If I take the same level of liquids, water and mercury, at the bottom of this container, whether I will get the same pressure intensity or it will be different. Roll number 3, Saili.
Yes, sir.
समजला का प्रश्न काय विचारलाय तो? प्रश्न समजला का?
नाही सर.
काय प्रॉब्लेम काय होतोय? माझं इंग्लिश मध्ये बोललेलं तुम्हाला समजत नाहीये का नेटवर्कचा इश्यू आहे? त्याच्या अगोदर मी स्नेहलला पण विचारलं, त्यांनी पण त्यावेळेस तेच हे केलं, इंग्लिश मध्ये प्रश्न विचारला तर समज नाही म्हणले, परत मराठीत सांगितलं. का मराठीमध्ये शिकवायचं सगळं? तसं असेल तर सांगा, म्हणजे परमिशन घ्या, म्हणजे आपण मराठीमध्ये शिकूया पूर्ण सब्जेक्ट. म्हणजे टेक्निकल गोष्टी जे वर्ड जे आहेत ते टेक्निकल इंग्लिशमध्येच राहतील. त्याचं एक्सप्लेनेशन मी तुम्हाला मराठीत देत जाईल प्रत्येकाचं. जोपर्यंत आपण इंडिव्हिज्युअली एखाद्या विद्यार्थ्याला असं मी वरून प्रश्न विचारत नाही तुम्हाला नाव घेऊन, तोपर्यंत तुम्ही सिरियसली अटेंटिव्हली ऐकतच नाहीये ते काय चाललंय ते. तुम्ही दुसऱ्याच कुठल्या तरी कामामध्ये व्यस्त असता किंवा विचारांमध्ये. Why it is happening like this? Why your attention is diverting at other points, not in the lectures? Okay, I will ask the question once again in English, and I will check. I will ask to anyone. Okay, I want to know how many of you are getting my questions or not. Okay, I will repeat it once again. There are two containers. Okay, diagrams name काढतो मी तुमच्या लक्षात येईल. New share whiteboard. याच्यावरती diagram करू. Okay. Yes. There are two containers like this, and they are filled with. This container one is filled with water, and this container is filled with mercury. Okay. The depth of water in the container one it is same with the depth of mercury in the container 2. Okay. So this depth are same. Let us call it as a H1 and this depth as a H2. So here H1 is equal to H2. Okay. This is the surface. This is the surface. The pressure at this particular point or the bottom of containers in container number 1, this is container number 1, this is container number 2. At container number 1 is represented by P1, and in container number 2 it is represented by letter P2. Right. Now from your side, I want to know whether these pressures P1 and P2 both are same or P1 and P2 both are not same. This is the question.
Different असणार.
Yes, who has told the answer?
चैत्राली.
Chaitrali. Okay. Chaitrali, you are saying that pressure intensity will be different. Can you justify your answers? Why?
सर स्पेसिफिक ग्रॅव्हिटी वॉटरची आणि मर्क्युरीची वेगळी आहे ना.
Correct. Okay, so at least one student is there who has understood the question and given the answers, correct answer. So, एक जरी विद्यार्थ्याला समजलं तरी माझ्यासाठी ओके आहे. Other students, it's up to you how much you take. Right? म्हणजे हे शिकवलेलं काय वाया गेलं असं वाटलं पाहिजे मला कमीत कमी. नाहीतर ते उगाच जस्ट टाइमपास तोंडाची बाब घालल्यासारखं मी बडबड करणार 1 तास 2 तास आणि त्यातून काही जर आउटपुटच निघत नसेल तर काय उपयोग आहे. ठीक आहे. So just now I have told that if this bottle is filled with water, it will weigh 1 kg, and if it is filled with the mercury, then it will weigh 13.6 kg. Okay, the volume of water is 1 liter. Then why it is happening like this? Change in the increase in the weight of mercury because specific gravity is larger, greater than that of water. Same will happen with case of this pressure intensity. Just now we have studied the hydrostatic law P is equal to gamma h, right? हा आपण हायड्रोस्टॅटिक लॉ शिकलो आपण. तर याच्यामध्ये P1 चा फॉर्म्युला काय येईल मग? P1 will be equal to gamma 1 H1, P2 will be equal to काय येईल? Gamma 2 H2, right? Now heights are same, so we can write here gamma h only, right? Heights are same, so h will be we can write just h, but this weight density are different. Weight density of mercury is very large as compared to the weight density of water, right? So because of that, this P2 will be greater than P1, right? So this was expected from your side, and I got the correct answer from your side. Now another condition, what if I want the same pressure intensity? जर मला दोन्ही टँकच्या बॉटम मध्ये सेम प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी जर पाहिजे असेल, then what I have to do? I have to change the depth. Okay. कुठल्या कंटेनर मध्ये मला डेप्थ कमी करावी लागेल? In which container I require mercury? Correct. So the depth of mercury, it will be lowered. I can erase this. Let us say this is the lowered depth of mercury. Now the mercury level will be this much. This is H2 now. This is P1, P2. Now, after equating these two, here specific gravity will be represented by S1 and S2. Now, as these pressure intensities are same, can I write here gamma 1 H1 is equal to gamma 2 H2? Because P1 is nothing but it is gamma 1 H1, right? इथं आपण लिहिलं होतं. And P2 is equal to gamma 2 H2. Can I write like this?
Yes,
Or
sir.
not? Yes. Okay. Now here, gamma 1, instead of gamma 1 and gamma 2, can I write this gamma 1 and gamma 2 in terms of weight density of water? Can I write this weight density gamma 1 in terms of weight density of water? Yes. If you are understanding, if you have understood the previous concept and remember, then you should be in position to tell the answers. Can I represent this gamma 1 in terms of gamma W and something?
Yes, specific gravity.
Specific
Correct. So here I can write gamma 1 is equal to gamma W into S1. Right? What is S1? S1 is the specific gravity of liquid 1. S1 or specific gravity we have studied. It is nothing but it is the weight density of any liquid, that is gamma 1, divided by weight density of standard liquid, that is water. So gamma 1 will be equal to gamma W into S1. Similarly, gamma 2 we can write here gamma W into S2. Okay. So instead of this gamma 1, I can write here gamma W into S1 into H1 is equal to gamma W into S2 into H2. Now here this gamma W it can be cancelled and we will get this expression S1 H1 is equal to S2 H2. Okay. So this is the important expression with the help of which we can convert the pressure head of one liquid into the pressure head of another liquid. For example, जर आपल्याला या ठिकाणी वॉटरचा प्रेशर हेड दिलेला असेल, ओके, सपोज 100 मीटर ऑफ वॉटर हा प्रेशर हेड दिला आपल्याला पाण्याचा. देयर इज अ प्रेशर हेड ऑफ H1 इज इक्वल टू 100 मीटर ऑफ वॉटर. नाउ कन्वर्ट दॅट इनटू द मीटर ऑफ मर्क्युरी. आणि हेच मला प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी किंवा प्रेशर हेड काय करायचं आहे? आय हॅव टू कन्वर्ट दॅट टू द मीटर ऑफ मर्क्युरी, मीटर ऑफ Hg, टू गेट द सेम प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी. ओके, प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी मला सेम पाहिजे, तर मला त्या ठिकाणी किती मीटरचा मर्क्युरी लागेल, मर्क्युरीचा प्रेशर हेड लागेल. सो हाऊ इट कॅन बी फाउंड? हियर वी कॅन पुट दिस व्हॅल्यूज or rearrange this term. Take this S2 on this side then I can write here H2 is equal to S1H1 divided by S2. Now out of this, I know these three values. S1 आपल्याला माहित आहे, H2 is equal to S1 is equal to 1, that is for water specific gravity is 1 into H1 किती आहे 100 मीटर divided by S2 किती आहे 13.6. If I divide it, then how much I will get the value? 100 divided by 13.6 is equal to 7.35353 meter. So this much pressure head will get meter of what? Meter of mercury. So you can see here, like this you can do the conversion of pressure head of one liquid into the pressure head of another liquid. ह्याच्यामध्ये आपण काय केलंय, प्रेशर वॉटरचा प्रेशर हेड आपण मर्क्युरीच्या प्रेशर हेड मध्ये आपण कन्वर्ट केलं, H2 मध्ये कन्वर्ट केलं, राईट. आणि यू कॅन सी द डिफरन्स. पाणी 100 मीटर पाण्याचा जो प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी या ठिकाणी क्रिएट होणार आहे, तेवढीच प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी आपल्याला क्रिएट करण्यासाठी मर्क्युरीची डेप्थ किती लागेल, फक्त 7.353 मीटर एवढाच मर्क्युरी आपल्याला त्या ठिकाणी लागेल, कारण याची स्पेसिफिक ग्रॅव्हिटी खूप जास्त आहे. ओके, एवढाच मर्क्युरी घेतला तरी आपल्याला सेम प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी त्या ठिकाणी भेटेल. सो दिस इज द कन्सेप्ट ऑफ conversion of pressure head of one liquid into the pressure head of another liquid. So the same thing has been explained on this slide. Okay, so I think time is over. Now you can, I will take the attendance. You can note down these things in the next lecture. Do you have right now the lecture or any practical?
No, sir.
Nothing is there. Okay. So note it down in your notebook. ते डायग्राम काढा आणि ते खालचं जे एक्सप्रेशन लिहिलेलं आहे ते एक्सप्रेशन तुमच्या नोटबुक मध्ये लिहा. I have taken your attendance. Now you can leave the session. Thank you for your patience listening.